recording in three. Yeah. And here we go, guys. Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is the My Radio Open Mic Podcast. I'm your host, Mike B. We haven't really started yet. I'm just doing the thing. I'm trying to figure out where all my where all of my stuff at. But yeah, so we're gonna do the thing and then I'll be right back. And yeah, that is not the theme. Oh yeah. Let me turn this down a little bit. Hey everybody, and we back. And welcome to another exciting episode of the Open Mic Podcast. Yeah. Hey, what's going on, everybody? I'm Mike, and I'm welcome to another exciting episode of my radio podcast. I'm Mike B, and for the next, let's say, 30 to 40 minutes, I'll be talking about a myriad of topics. I'm gonna turn this down a little bit. We're gonna talk about a myriad of topics. I'm still trying to figure out my board. I got sound effects and stuff. I got sound effects. Shout out to Infrared Crypto on the beat, on the intro. Shout out to Infrared Crypto. My daughter's broke. She just asked me for a cool $20 bill. She has a volleyball game today. She asked me for $20. I said, from where? And she said, whatever way you can get it to me, daddy. She got me again, AKA Brokey. We're having a good time right now. I got a myriad of topics to talk about. We're talking about comedy. I did some comedy shows over the week. It's been a minute. It's been about a week and a half. I've been depressed. Leave me alone. Talk about wrestling a little bit. Going to dive into some wrestling stuff. Let me pull up my second screen. I'm on Apple Mac Studio Display. I've got in trouble because I got this. I got in trouble. As you notice, I cut my hair. The woman has had enough. She had enough of my shenanigans, and she demanded I cut my hair. So I did. I cut my hair, and I'm probably going to show you exactly what hairstyle it was that told her she had that basically said she had enough. She had enough of my foolishness, enough of my tomfoolery and shenanigans, and she demanded I cut my hair, and I did. I'm going to show you the hairstyle. It was a zigzag pattern, and she was like, "That's it. That's it, Michael. I'm sick of your shit. Cut this off your head now." I'm getting text messages right now from one of my good comedian friends. Shout out to Pod Soto on the beat. I'm gonna bring this down. That's enough, y'all. I don't know, man. I don't know if I'll be honest with you. I love doing this intro part because I want to see how long I can keep this beat going and how long I can keep talking before I can't think of anything else to say. And normally I can keep this pace going. You know what I'm talking about? And it's almost over with. So that's why I'm going to keep talking. All right, I'm done with this. I'm going to bring this down. Hey, everybody, welcome to Open Mic Podcast. I'm your host, Mike B. And like I said, for the next 30, 40 minutes, we're going to be talking about a myriad of topics. And I just want to go jump right into it. I'm going to talk about my head for a second. I'm going to talk about my dome piece. As you can see, I used to have a fro. I used to have braids. The woman has had enough of my shenanigans. And what had happened was I had, I'm going to pull up the picture. It's going to probably be right here. I had just got my hair edged up, and then I went to go get it braided by my good friends, the African braiding stylist place. And I came home, and we was talking about our show Have and Have Nots, which I just caught on to, and we was talking about it. We was watching it back and forth, and in the middle, I jumped into the shower. She didn't see my head; she just saw that I just got into the shower. She's talking Have and Have Nots, Veronica this, and David that, and Jeffrey, and all the other stuff, right? Middle of her talking about what happened in the episode, She goes, and I quote, "What the fuck? That's it. Get that shit off your head." I'm not even gonna hold you. I was like, "What?" She was like, "This is enough. What is this? What is that? What is that?" And I was like, "Nah, I just Google short hair braid styles for black men. And this was one of the short hair braid styles for black men. And I just wanted to try this one out. And I don't know if you noticed, the first one I had was the plaits. So I had like, the middle, and then it was like one plait going this way, one plait going that way. And I think that was like the tipping point. And then the next one was too far. She had enough. She had enough. And I decided to go get my hair cut. Um, my son was getting ready to start middle school, and we wanted to get his hair to grow in evenly. So we cut his hair, got his hair cut, and then after we got his hair cut, I decided, you know what, forget it. You know what, soft boy era, soft boy might be giving myself some grace was enough. I gave myself enough grace. I'm gonna cut my hair, and I did it. So this is the end result here. Now, do I feel good about my hair being cut? Not really. Not really. I feel like I gave up. I think I had like three more hair patterns, three more braiding styles I could have got out of this. But I decided, you know what? The woman wanted cut. My daughter said, "Get that sheep ass off your head." My one of my good friends, Adela Banks, said, "Get that sheep ass off your head." Every woman in my life told me to get that scrub brush off your head. And I said, you know what? I'm sick of the negativity. I'm sick of the negativity. I'm gonna get it off my head. That's what I did, and it's gone. It's off. It's off. Leave me alone. I don't want to hear any more of your disgrace. Now, ever since I got it cut, now everybody's like, "Oh my God, Michael, I love your hair. I love your hair, Mike. Mike, I love your hair. I love your hairstyle. I love it. I love it. This is you." Even my barber, when he cut my hair, my barber, shout out to Julius from Blaze Barbershop. He goes, "Yeah, man, that looks better on you than the other thing." Shut up. Shut your mouth. Okay? Respectfully, shut your mouth. Don't agree with the women. Don't agree with them. You don't know what I had to go through to let this every time I cut my hair might be the last time I get a haircut. Like, I don't know how long it's gonna take for this to grow. It's been a week already. Normally, even though I still have a hairline, normally this Whittles, you see right here, this Whittles peak, it ain't came in yet. It's been a week. Where's the Whittles peak? I'm not rushing to get an edge up. I'm just saying, where is the Whittles peak? Where is it at? I don't see it. No Whittles peak. Don't know if it's the last time I'm getting a haircut, but it's grown. I don't know if it's going to grow. Like, everybody was making fun of me because they said it was thinning in the middle. I'm looking in the middle right now. I don't see no thinness. I don't see no thinness. So what are you really saying about me? Hmm? Anywho, so I got my haircut. Let's give it an applause. For my haircut. Shout out to Blaze Barbershop for the haircut. Shout out to my man Julius at Blaze Barbershop. He gives me a cup of coffee every time I pull up. I get a cup of coffee. I think he makes his own coffee. I'm not sure. On I don't want to guess his ethnicity. Is that the way you say it? Ethnicity? I don't want to guess it. I'm not gonna say he's Colombian, whatever. I know he's Spanish. Maybe. Moving on. The other day, the other day, so I've been watching wrestling. As you know, I'm a big wrestling fan, and this weekend, this past Sunday, was Forbidden Door. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't have many. I watched it. I don't have many notes. In the middle, I did order it. I paid for it. I paid the $49.99. Shouldn't have. Did it. I did it. I paid the $49.99. And why AEW pay per view so damn long? How come? I'm gonna pull up this card. I'm gonna pull up this card real quick. Because I have two screens, so don't mind me. Some of this should have been prep work. I should have been did this, but I'm gonna expand my screen here, and some of this is prep work I should have did earlier. but I didn't. Okay, so AEW Forbidden Door. I watched it, and for some odd reason, every show Forbidden Door 2025 was it Forbidden Door 2025? Yeah, yeah. Okay, this is it right here. Now listen, every match don't have to be. I don't know who I need to talk to. Tony Khan. Every match ain't got to be 20 minutes. Every match only got to be 20 minutes. No, and I watched everyone. I didn't take notes. Um, I didn't take notes. So, first of all, Josh Alexander being on the pre-show is garbage. Let's start off with that. Uh, Ricochet and Gates of Agony on the pre-show, garbage. All right, so then they didn't do the announcement. Didn't pay that no mind. The Bullet Club War Dogs, don't know what that is. Versus the Ops. Was that on the pre-show too? Garbage. All right, here we go. Christian versus Adam Copeland versus Cal Fletcher and Hero. Yeah, whatever. The point is garbage. Didn't need this. Hold on. Hold on. Yeah, so it was Adam Copeland versus Christian versus Killswitch versus and Kip Sabian. I watched this match. Why was this 20 minutes? I don't know. It was 15 minutes or 20 minutes. Whatever it was, it was whatever it was. It was 10, it was 10, whatever the however long it was 10 minutes too long. However long it was 10 minutes too long. All right. The next match was Cal Fletcher versus Hero Takashi. Didn't need to happen. Could move on. Mercedes Monet versus Alex wins. Okay, this match, Mercedes, we already knew Mercedes Monet was going to win anyway, because I don't know who's going to beat her for the TBS title. She'll probably have to get injured before she loses that title. Zack Sabre Jr., Nigel McGuinness. I think at this point in the match, of the show, I was like, why is this match so long? So however long this match was 15 minutes too long. Why is Nigel McGuinness wrestling? I thought he couldn't wrestle no more for medical reasons, but it was 15 minutes too long. Jamie Hayter came back. The Hurt Syndicate versus FTR versus Bro Dito. I felt like even though Bro Dito, I can't say their name either, even though this match was 20 minutes too long. Well, actually 15 minutes too. I think this was a 10 minutes too long match too. They could accomplish all this without it being longer than what it is. The Gates of Agony came out with Ricochet and caused the Hurt Syndicate the titles because they drug them out the ring and threw them into the back. I was like, oh, okay, cool. So FTR is winning, and then they didn't, and FTR didn't win. So this was a waste of time. Okada versus Swerve Strickland. I think I took and this is not me dissing them. Question: why are they trying to treat Don Callis like Bobby the Brain Heenan of AEW? What is this? What is this? Anyway, Okada won. Swerve Strickland caught a knee problem, and Warlow came back. Okay, and then Timeless Tony Storm versus Athena. Why do y'all keep having Athena challenge for the title for different titles on the AEW roster as the longest reigning ROH Women's Champion, the Forever Champion? Why do y'all keep doing this to Athena? Whatever, I don't care. However long this match was, it was also 12 minutes too long. Hangman Adam Page versus MJF. MJF lost. I think we could have shade about 20 minutes off of this. And then it was the lights out. How come every main event on AEW is non-sanctioned? Whatever. Darby Allin versus Will Ospreay, Kenny Omega, Keto Ibushi versus John Moxley, Claudio Castagnoli, Gabe Kidd, and Young Bucks, Dick and Matt Jackson. Gabe Kidd, I like his little interest where he was doing like the little monkey gremlin thing across with John Moxley. I want to know how I could download that John Moxley thing. I think that John Moxley thing is kind of fire. And I would love to listen to that while I work out. Anywho, Um, yeah. So I don't understand. Why did they attack Will Ospreay if he was already injured? If he was already injured and get ready to have surgery, why was he in this match? This match went 45 minutes too long. Yeah. So, yeah, I'm normally a big fan of AEW pay-per-views. I think this is the first time I looked at it and I was like, some of these matches were longer than they needed to be. And this pay-per-view showed a forbidden door, if there's even a door to be forbidden, because WWE is buying up all the wrestling people, all the wrestling promotions. They're buying them all up. And if you buy them all up, how is there a forbidden door? They got their hands on TNA, they got AAA, and some of these people like AEW had TNA and they had AAA, I believe. All they got left is New Japan for now. I don't get why this pay per view was longer than it needed to be, and and I think I don't watch all the AEW weekly. I don't even watch all the WWE weekly, but I do feel like when it comes to their pay per views, they normally knock it out the park. This is the first time I looked at the pay per view and was like, some of these matches are 10 minutes too long. No matter what pay per view, no matter how long the match was, 10 minutes too long. And I could have did without it. Some of that fluff. In comedy, we call it trimming the fat. They should have trimmed some of this fat. To rate this pay per view, I give it out of 10. I give it about a 6.5 because I don't know what doors were. I don't know what door was open or forbidden because the first forbidden door was like, oh, I don't know about these doors because like Timeless Tony Storm took on Athena, and I don't understand why y'all keep letting Athena lose, being the forever champion. I don't get it at all. Well, be right back. I got some more thoughts, but I have to take a quick break. That's not the. Oh, this is it. Yep, and we're back. And so moving on from AEW, let's talk about WWE a little bit. Um, First of all, let's talk about Blake Monroe, her theme song. I just posted about this on Instagram on IG. Blake Monroe has one of the best theme songs I could mess with. Okay, I could mess with, and there's somebody else. Hold on. Um, I could mess with. There's somebody else who I think has an awesome theme song, but we'll get into that because I'm also going to pitch an idea about this particular person. If you know you probably already know who I'm talking about. But before we do that, congratulations to Naomi and Big Jim Trinity. I don't want to call her Trinity because I don't know her personally. Okay, I don't know her personally, so I'm not going to call her Trinity Fatu. Okay, I know her as Naomi. All right, so shout out to Naomi and shout out to Big Jim, Jimmy Uso, having a baby, man. To some, here's a tired joke. Big Jim didn't proceed with caution. Okay, hold on. Let me tell the. Hold on. I got the. Hold on. I got the. Do I got the laugh track? We can stop saying this joke now. Hey, Big Jim didn't proceed with caution. We can stop saying that joke now. Every time somebody brings up Naomi's pregnancy, first comment, Big Jim didn't proceed with caution. We could stop. Anyway, congratulations to them. So Naomi's gonna be out for like 9 months and some change, yo. So she had to drop the world title, women's world championship, and we're just gonna leave a gaping hole. I shouldn't have used that term, gaping or hole, together to describe what's going on, but it's gonna leave a void that needs to be filled. Vacant has become champion again. Um, Naomi had an excellent, was on a run of her lifetime, dating back to when she first revealed as the person who knocked Jade Cargill into the chair, and the slow turn into proceed with caution. Like I said in another previous video, she got women out here wearing caution tape jumpsuits. I just purchased me a Naomi proceed with caution briefcase, a Money in the Bank briefcase. So I mean, merch sales is about to go up, baby. Them side plates about to be fire. They about to go up, baby. And she gonna need all that money because they having a baby. All right. So running her lifetime, professionally probably came at a bad time. Personally, probably came at a good time. I'm happy for her, especially knowing reading up on all of her health history and what she's gone through to try to have a baby, and knowing people who have tried to go through this procedure to have a child for it to be successful is a win, and a win is a win. So congratulations to her and Big Jim, Big Autumn Times on Instagram, where Naomi was like, "Meet me here," or "Big Jim need to stop doing this there." Obviously, they were listening and sneaking off and doing the nasty. Poor grass. Now, to fill that void, I heard rumors of Raquel Rodriguez being the champion, Stephanie McCurr being the champion. I'm hearing a lot of different options. Here's my thing. My thing is none of them, right? None of them. I want them to think outside the box. I thought outside the box for them. Right? Excuse me. I thought outside the box for them. If you're going to get somebody that's going to fill that void that Naomi left, somebody who's ready to be champion, who deserves a push, who's earned a push, not none of these new NXT stars that just called up because they need a story behind them. Not Raquel Rodriguez. I'm sick of the Judgment Day. Put the belt on Chelsea Green. I don't know how they're gonna figure this out. She's killing it with Ethan Page in NXT. She's already got a built-in faction with the Secret Service. She already has the cowardly heel type persona. Put the belt on Chelsea Green. They should never took the U.S. title off of her. This is the perfect time to put the belt on Chelsea Green. She's already over. She's already good as a heel. She put the tag titles on the Secret Service, pushed them to the top, put Chelsea Green as the world champion. Okay. I don't know how they're going to do it, though. I think they should have a battle royal. Have a battle royal. Have a battle royal. Winner gets the title. Everybody gets in there. Chelsea Green, whatever, falls through the top middle rope, whatever, but never really eliminated. We think it's a false finish. A false finish. Chelsea Green comes sliding through the bottom rope, throws old whoever you got thinking is going to win the championship. Let's say Tyra Valkyrie. All right, Tyra Valkyrie thinks she's about to win the belt. Nope. Over the top rope. Bam. Go. Chelsea Green. I'm a hot mess. Whoa. I will rock with it. I will rock with that. That's who I would like to see as world champion. That's my pick. Let me know in the comments. Like, follow, subscribe. But no, dead ass. If I had to pick anybody to replace Naomi, who's already built in to carry that role, that you ain't got, that's already got a story, I'm going with Chelsea Green. I don't see nobody else on the roster that has that. I mean, you could go with the safe picks, like you go Bailey, you go Becky, you go with one of the Bella, you go with the Bella. Give it to Chelsea. She got the Secret Service. That's a nice long run. That's a good 3 to 4 month run with the Secret Service, and the Secret Service being the tag check. Don't use them as comedic as the comedy. Let them cook. I don't know. Let me know in the comments. I could be off base, but I think that's a fire idea. The Secret Service with Chelsea Green as the world champion. Call up Ethan Page. She can go between that and NXT. Now you got that cross promotion. You got that cross promotion. The Secret Service as tag team champions, cross promotion, because they could defend the belts anywhere, according to the tag title, according to the women's tag title rules. They could defend the titles anywhere. So you have that cross promotion. You got a 6-man tag always built in with the NXT with Raw. Why not? What's the worst that can happen? Now I'm not applying for a job. You know, I'm not applying for a job, but I'm looking for one. Anywho, man, that's my little wrestling segment. I'm gonna take another. I ain't got no I ain't got no more. I need some more drops. I ain't got no more drops. We're just gonna go into the comedy section. I gotta learn how to segue. Anywho, so I did some comedy shows recently. Thursday, I was with Randolph and Peoples. I was Peoples. Nice little crowd, nice little audience at the Arlington Draft House. You ever get a chance to go through, pop out and show niggas. Worked on some stuff, got some kudos. Shout out to Frankie French. She's back. The French that is Frankie. If you know her, if you've heard of her, she was on Curb the Enthusiasm. She was a comic to be on the lookout for with NBC right before the pandemic. So, real funny comic. And then I did Don't Tell in Maryland. Did a pop up. I had to pop out and show niggas. Did Don't Tell Maryland. Had to follow. What's that name? Knowles. I'm sorry, baby. I know you when I see you. But I had to follow her, and she was funny as fuck. And I had to follow that, yo. And I only had 10 minutes to do it. And we had a good time and got some follows from that. And then I did a show Sunday. I brought my son with me. Picture shout out to Carter Anderson. I was featured for Carter Anderson, and Justin was hosting. Shout out to all the new followers there too. Had a good time. Did a quick 20. Not too shabby. I need to work on some new stuff. Plugging the new stuff into the old stuff. Working out pretty well. And then I did a fire ass show at the winery. In Virginia. And I drink wine now too, so I love a good wine. And damn, they got a standing ovation. I only did 15 minutes, but killer set. Had a great time, man. I love performing. You ever see me post my shows? Come through, man. Got some shows coming up September 20th. I got some more shows coming up in September. My September calendar is filling up. So be on the lookout. Follow me on my channel. I post all my shows there and on my Instagram at OLMikeB757. Follow me. If you listen to this, then you already follow me. You know what I'm talking about? And if you're new to this, be true to this and follow me on my on my Instagram. All right. All right, we're gonna take one more break. When we come back, we're gonna talk about some current events in Washington, D.C. We'll be right back after these messages. I don't know how to segue again, but we're gonna figure it out. Hey, yo, we back. And in our final segment, we'll talk about some current events. Listen, everybody, we need to normalize not wanting our military in our neighborhoods. Okay? No matter what side of the whatever side of the aisle you're on, whether you're a Republican or a Democrat, can we all agree that we don't need the National Guard, the Army, the Navy, submarines, or anybody in our neighborhoods? Okay? I can't think of a time in Black history or any type of history where the military in a neighborhood was a good idea. Okay. I'm not rocking with it. I don't think it's a great idea. I'm in DC a lot. The parts that need to be, I say policed, and I use that loosely, they're not there. Okay. They're not there. And to those who are there, to the Black people that are there, they're saying they need to be there. Just know when they are there, they're not there for you. They're there to push you out. Think about gentrification, how it starts. It always starts off as a small Walgreens. You're like, oh, a Walgreens, that's amazing. A Walmart, that's amazing. Then you see like two white people jogging down the street. You're like, hey, where are these white people coming from? It's too late. Once you see two white people, it's too late. Once you see the dog, it's too late. It's too late. If the military comes into your military, if you see heavy police, see all these type of actions in your black neighborhood, just know you're being pushed out. Him having the National Guard all around the area, they're not there for you. They're not there for this. They're not there for you. They're there to push you out. They're pushing you into Southeast. They're pushing you further along away because they want you out of sight, out of mind. They got rid of they pushed the homeless out of the way. You think it's a good thing that they're in your neighborhood? No. Think of a time in history where it was a good thing that the military was in your neighborhood. You can't think of a time. And here's another thing. The military in your neighborhood, what he's doing are reasons why the military gets deployed overseas. I ain't saying no names. I'm just saying what's going on right now are reasons why the military is normally deployed overseas. I'm a disabled veteran now because of deployments overseas. Okay. So if you're okay with this, if you're not okay with this, then how are you okay with it any other time? I don't know if I'm explaining that right, but you get my gist. We as a community can police ourselves. I think what is going on in Baltimore and a lot of these cities that are ran by black mayors and black governors are doing a great job. I think this is an overreach and an overstep. I told my friendly group chat that I'm moving to independent versus Democrat because I'm sick of the Democrats and these people who spend a lot of time, these Democrats and lefties who spend majority of their time talking shit about Democrats. There is no perfect Democrat official. There's no perfect politician. You're not perfect. So what are you looking for in perfection? It's less stress if I don't care. And I don't care. I don't watch the news anymore. I don't even watch First Take. I think it's dumb and I think it's stupid. And I already know what's going to happen. I have God and common sense. And a lot of y'all don't have, y'all watch all the time and still don't have common sense. So these are the things that I have. So I say all to you, and I probably should have started with this so I could end on a happier note. Be good to each other, man. Look out for one another. If you're in DC, be careful. Keep your head on the swivel, not because you want to get carjacked or anything, but because we have idiots out there now walking around with guns, calling themselves ICE and they're in the National Guard and everything, and they're profiling, they're snatching and catching or whatever. Keep your IDs on you, walk in pairs, and know your rights. All right? Know your rights. Know what you can do. But this land is our land, okay? And I saw a video where it was a gang of Secret Service police and everybody running up on black people in their own private places, in neighborhoods, having a good time, just doing black stuff, minding their black business, doing what black people do, telling them they need to go in their home. They don't want a certain person don't want you outside having a good time, doing what you do. He don't pay the bills here. He don't pay a single bill here. I can do what the hell I want to do on my property. Why are you rolling up on my property? I'm not saying they did on my property. I'm just saying this in general. That's what I don't want. That's overreach. That's overreach, and you don't go in nobody else's place. You don't go in nobody else's neighborhoods and bother them. If you don't like what's going on in your neighborhood, you tell them people in your neighborhood. But here we are. This is what some of y'all voted for. You was warned. So here we are. I'm just gonna go mind my business. I want to thank everybody for listening to another exciting episode of Open Mic Podcast. We'll be back next Wednesday if I decide to record again. I keep forgetting to record, but I promise you, I'm back, baby. I really am being consistent. Until next time, y'all. Deuces.